Another thing to be kept in mind is infinitives without to. In the previous slide, we discussed that infinitives are followed by infinitives are always having to and first form of verb. But here we are given such verbs. If we are having these following words in our sentences and infinitives are followed by these verbs, then in that case we won't be using to plus infinitive, or to along with the first form will not be used. We will be simply using base form of verb after these verbs in a sentence. Feel, hear, help, let, make, see, watch. If these particular verbs are used in a sentence and we have to put an infinitive after that, so which form of infinitive will be used? Bare infinitive. Bare infinitives mean without to infinitive will be used in a sentence. They are followed by direct object without to. For example, I can hear the alarm clock ring. I can hear. Here, here acts as a main verb. The alarm clock ring. Here ring acts as an infinitive. But here to plus infinitive won't be used. If I write, I can hear the alarm clock to ring, that will be wrong. And it doesn't sound right. If I am saying the alarm clock to ring, that will be wrong. So here ring is the bare infinitive without to infinitive that is suitable here for such kind of sentences because they are followed by here. My teacher helps me do my work. Now this is a very common sentence. We mostly say my mother helps me do my homework. We mostly put to do in a sentence, which is absolutely wrong. In such cases, when the infinitive is followed by helps, remember one thing, we won't be putting to do. We always use do as a simple base form without to. She did not let me enjoy the party. She didn't let is again base form. It's a verb here. Enjoy the party. Enjoy is the infinitive here. Enjoy, as it is followed by let. So we won't be saying she didn't let me to enjoy the party, because to plus infinitive won't be used here. We'll be simply using bare infinitive. Enjoy is the bare infinitive. It's the verb which is without to. It's the infinitive without to. The story made me change my mind. The story made is again a verb base form. Definitely, so it acts like a verb. The story made me change my mind. Now we won't say to change my mind. If we would say to change my mind, that would be wrong. I can see the sun rise in the sky. I can see is the main verb here in this sentence. The sun rise in the sky. We won't be saying the sun to rise in the sky because that will be wrong. I could not watch him play the basketball. I could not watch. Watch is the main verb here. Him. If I would say to play the basketball, that would be wrong, because in such cases we will only use bare infinitive. So I have put play. I could not watch him play the basketball. I can see him, the sun rise. To rise will be wrong. To change in such case will be wrong. Fine. So these in verbs made, see, hear, feel, such, if we are having such verbs in our sentence and we have to put infinitive, then just like the examples I give you, you have to put bare infinitive. Bare infinitive mean without to. In that case, to will not be applied in a sentence with the infinitive. What is the difference between gerunds and infinitives? Both are non-finite verbs. Both are the types of non-finite verb. But what is the difference? Both act like a noun in a sentence, dear students. Here, I like cooking in gerunds. And in infinitives, we say I like to cook. Similarly, in gerunds, we say swimming is a good exercise. In infinitive, we say to swim is a good exercise. Gerunds make a sentence helping others is very important. Infinitives, to help others is very important. Then Sleeping late at night is not healthy. And infinitives you would say to sleep late at night is not good or not healthy. She loves meeting new people. Meeting here is a gerund. She loves to meet new people. Both are acting like a noun. To meet, here ing has removed, but it has been removed here from this one. But here to meet and meeting both are giving the same meaning. And which meaning they are giving? They are giving us the meaning or sense of a noun. Guiding students is the duty of a teacher. To guide students is the duty of a teacher. This is the example, or this is the difference between gerunds and infinitives. And in gerunds we are having participle form, ing form, but infinitives use to plus base form of verb, but both act like a noun in a sentence. Achha. Now we are moving on towards the exercise on page number 39. Grammar exercise. We have exercise A. Use the correct form of the present past participle to fill in the blank.